Good morning, Lana Scott Lighthouse. So, guys, I got up this morning and got a huge 777 message. It's not going to resonate for everybody. It is only in the runes. I didn't pull any cards for this because the messages were coming so fast. So, I'm just going to hop right into it, okay? So, first of all, we start off with Gibu, which is union with the divine, and it's telling me that your angels are saying that there is a message for you, that there's something that you need to know, something that you need to do. Okay, and we have Keena's next as an opening, saying that it brings in a lot of clarity and a lot of something your intuition's been trying to tell you, that you've been ignoring. And they were showing me mostly a feminine energy, but this could also be a masculine that's in tune with his feminine energy. Okay, and this kind of worked as a sub message, but also as a what am I trying to say? What's the word? Well, haggles means opportunity disguised as loss, okay? But today it's talking about something that shakes up your foundation, that is talking about something that comes in that is really uncomfortable for you, but it turns into being a major growth moment, all right? And I kept picking up something about a partnership or a relationship with somebody that... somebody discovers something about someone that they're with. It could be a marriage, could be boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be, some kind of a partnership. And it does have something to do with money. Okay, I am going to say that. Somebody may be picking up on something that it feels like they're saying that something in your intuition about a partner or a friend or someone that's close to you isn't being exactly honest with you, and it kind of shakes up your foundation, okay? Because we have Althilla, which stands for foundations, your beliefs, and maybe it tunes you into the fact of something that's no longer true for you, okay? And no matter what that is, rather it's into a relationship or a business or a job or something like that, okay? It brings strength, stronger willpower, or a resolution for you of something that's no longer true, some kind of internal strength that after you find this out, when this truth comes to you, it makes you decide that you're no longer going to be in this position. You're no longer going to be, like, maybe you're someone that's always been kind of like a little bit of a pushover, or someone that's always let other people tell you how to go, what to do, or, maybe it could be a family member, a partner, a boss or something. But at any rate, you decide that you're going to now change things. And this brings you a resolution, a turn of events. It brings new strength. In some sort of way, when it opens up your eyes, you see that you no longer are going to be willing to go through this, put up with this in some sort of way, okay? So with Thurius following that as a gateway, it gives you like a new sense of purpose. It gives you a new sense of what path you want to take, how you want to go forward, changing up something in your life, okay? And the reason why I say that is because the next ring that we have is reserved Perth. And Perth, when it's right side up, is talking about secrets coming to light. But in this sort of way, with it being reversed, Perth is talking about no longer wanting to do things the way that you've been doing them, okay? It's talking about there's something better in store for you, some kind of a partnership dissolving, and your intuition is telling you that, okay? And then with what we have next is we have Fihu. And Fihu is generative energy. It's a new way or thought of how you now want to go forward in your life in a better way. And this is where you may find out that someone may have been taking something from you, or in some sort of way, it's time for you to go forward without something else in your life, because that's where that reverse birth was, right? So then we have Isa, and Isa is talking about that when you do decide to go forward with this new renewed strength that you get, it may be some time before you're able to see what the next move is. So you take time to figure this out. Maybe a lot of meditation. Maybe at some point we've got Rado next. So Rado's talking then about movement after stagnation. So maybe this is when you decide to move on to another job, move on without another person, maybe you leave the place that you were at. In some sort of way, you now go forward on a new journey that brings new birth, new growth, and new ideas, a new way of being, okay? So in some sort of way, you make some kind of, like I said, resolution that you're no longer, because I keep hearing the word injustice. Whatever injustices you feel like you've been going through, or that somebody's, because he keeps showing me like a job where maybe you were at a job where somebody else was getting all the benefits, or getting all the, were being chosen over you, or you have a relationship where your partner always put themselves first. In some sort of way, you have some kind of new birth going forward where you decide you're no longer going to go through this anymore. Okay. So this then goes into a new way of being, a new way of thinking, a new way of putting yourself first, of having come to yourself in some sort of way that breaks wide open in your psyche of how things have always been, that now brings you on like a new path of destiny, because now you have learned some lessons that you're going to take into the future with you that brings a lot of relief, okay? Because with Nautis coming up next, Nautis is always a sense of relief. So in some sort of way that you come to yourself in your psyche, internally and externally, okay, you now decide that you're going to go forward. And then we have Jera, and Jera can represent rewards for your efforts. It can represent a time of a year. So in whatever way that you start moving forward with that sense of relief, you get some kind of reward. The universe either brings you in a gift of some sort, or in some sort of way you figure out how moving forward without all this baggage or this person or this job is now going to make, I don't want to say make you happier. They're just saying that you have this new sense of mental clarity after this period of stagnation, that you start going forward, okay? Because then we have movement, and we have Anzu, and this is talking about going forward with new intuition, new integration of how you're gonna do things as a spiritual warrior, and rather it's going to a new job or something like that, or moving to a new place in some sort of way on your spiritual journey. You're going to be moving forward. Then we have, and I usually don't do reverses, but they said this morning that I had to show the reversal of Manas. Manas is talking about people dropping off, places, things you suddenly realize you no longer need in your life. Okay. And it feels like some of you may even get rid of a whole circle of friends that you've had. Maybe you were in a relationship with somebody and you had a particular set of friends, and instead of picking sides, these people fall off. Or you were at a job where you had some friends, or you had some relationships that when you move forward, those people dropped off. In some sort of way, you... being the spiritual warrior, okay, that you've come to yourself in some way, all these things all these people or this place or this job that didn't matter, they drop off, okay, and you get a lot of growth from this, because then we have the rune telling you that you're kicking the past to the curb, you are protected by the angels going forward, and this gives you a completion of beginnings, where you've come to yourself in some way, going through a portal, or going through a completion of this beginnings of, at the end of this, where you realize that you're way better off, okay? Get these all in a line here, guys. This message came in so fast. I was trying to get all the little nuances with it, and sometimes some of it drops off. But this is a 7/7 message, and guys, all I can say is that your angels are saying that you're going to recognize this when it starts happening, okay? Because you are suddenly tuned into them. And with this completion of beginnings, it just feels like in some way, shape, or form, as the spiritual warrior, you end up with more strength than you did before. So I don't know if this is for a particular person that suddenly just has one of those huge aha moments I've been talking about, or somebody suddenly has a relationship that ends or a job that ends, but in some way, things are going to be better going into the future. So this was just a quick 777 message they just dropped on me this morning. I hope it resonates for some of you. It's not going to resonate for all of you, but if you feel like you're getting these strong messages from your angels that are or your intuition opening up, telling you about something that's not feeling right, then this message is for you. All right, guys, that's what I have for you this morning. Lighthouse.